started as a small fire and then it grew completely out of control.
Do you ever look into a disaster and just find yourself depressed by the cause?
This scorched dry brush area is where the family staged the gender reveal party.
Yeah, that's a thing. Today's episode is exploring an ongoing and controversial topic. We'll be looking into the details behind a California wildfire, how gender reveal parties played a role, and the history behind such parties. Gender reveal parties are a controversial topic on their own, with much debate surrounding them and the industries built around them. As always, we've linked our sources in the video description. So, let's get into it. You've probably heard something about what's going on. The sky turning red and orange in San Francisco, towns gutted, and wildfires burning from the border of Oregon, all the way up to British Columbia and down to the border of Mexico. And what blows my mind is that one of these fires was caused by a gender reveal party of all things. In particular, a fire that has burned over 10,000 acres of land around El Dorado in San Bernardino County, Southern California. So, what exactly happened here? And how did this gender reveal party fad get started? And when did it become so destructive? Well, if you're an old fogey like me, you may be asking yourself, wait, what's a gender reveal party? Well, actually, yes, I am wondering that myself. According to Internet Knowledge Amalgamator and Invalid College Essay Source, Wikipedia, a gender reveal party is, quote, an event or celebration had during pregnancy. The primary goal of this event is the eponymous reveal of the baby's sex to the expecting parents, family, and friends. This is usually done through some kind of means involving the color blue or pink being hidden somewhere, like icing in a cake, confetti in a balloon, or some kind of smoke grenade, I guess? But as bizarre as some of the current trends, like throwing pies at people or grown men dressed as giant babies bursting forth from giant cakes have become, these gender reveal parties have an oddly innocuous origin point, a fairly recent one too. 2008. Blogger and expectant mother Jenna Myers-Karvunidis had an issue. She wanted to throw a party, but her family had just celebrated the birth of a highly anticipated nephew, meaning that she needed something to, in her own words, get the family jazzed up about her own pregnancy. And if there was anyone who was going to get them excited, it was herself. So she came up with the then novel idea. During their ultrasound, Karvunidis asked her midwife to keep quiet about the baby's biological sex. Instead, the results were printed on a sealed note and hidden away in an envelope. For this first gender reveal party, there weren't any explosions or fires. Instead, there were two cakes, one with blue icing, one with pink, marked as such with a discreet toothpick. Once the family gathered, Karvunidis took a look, then cut into the cake and revealed the pink center. Her family was thrilled. To quote an article from The Guardian, there were gasps, tears, and someone shrieked, "I feel like she's been born." Her plan was a success, and she wrote about it in her blog, a story that led her to being interviewed by pregnancy magazine The Bump, and leading to the spread of the sweet and sugary trend.
Well, that seems nice. Just trying to do something to stir up excitement.
Yes, if it had stayed that way, things would probably be fine. The issue is
that people are idiots.
Not quite the words I was going to use, but yes, things started to go awry. The concept of a gender reveal party spread like wildfire throughout the 2010s, especially on social media, with baby showers already growing more lavish and shared on sites like Pinterest and Instagram. Is it any surprise that gender reveal parties would do the same?
Nothing's ever good enough anymore. Everyone's gotta top the next big trend. It starts small, it starts simple, a cake here, some balloons there, and then you're gassing people.
That's sadly how things started going. As the trend started, it started sparking concerns about harm, especially as Pinterest moved from blue and pink to guns and glitter, $140 gender reveal lasagna, and cannons that shoot colored confetti or powder. Alligators snapping down on blue jelly-filled watermelons.
Oh.
Hippos doing the same.
Come on.
What's up, Grill?
Look, I know where this is going. Flagrant disregard for safety. So tell me, Coffee Man, where does the fire come in?
Well, the fire happened, as you surmised, when things started exploding.
Oh, there it is.
April 2017, an Arizona Border Patrol agent by the name of Dennis Dickey held a gender reveal party with a bit more of a bang than normal. Dickey had set up 2 signs, one labeled boy, the other girl, and loaded one of them up with colored powder and an explosive known as tannerite. And, of course, he set those targets up in tall, dry grass.
Brilliant.
Firing at the signs with a rifle, the target exploded into a burst of blue, but the resulting fire reached the dry grass, setting off a wildfire that would go on to consume around 47,000 acres of land. Who'd have guessed that? The blaze cost over $8 million to combat, and Dickey pleaded guilty to starting the fire and was ordered to pay $220,000 in fines and restitution, plus 5 years of probation. 2 years later, April 18, 2019, a gender reveal party on the Gold Coast of Australia sought to release blue smoke from a car burnout, where a stopped car spins its wheels to burn the rubber of its tires and billow out colored smoke. The party began as planned, only for the tires to burst into flames, which spread to the car. The driver was convicted of dangerous operation of a motor vehicle as a result. November 2019, a party in Turkey, Texas went wrong when a crop duster that was meant to drop pink water stalled out and crashed. The pilot emerged unscathed, though a passenger did suffer minor injuries. But at least in those cases no one died, which I wish I could say was something that would stay consistent. In October 2019, a group of 6 family members gathered for a gender reveal party where a jerry-rigged explosive device was intended to blast pink powder into the air. Instead, they had inadvertently built a pipe bomb, and when it went off, a 56-year-old woman and grandma-to-be 45 feet away was tragically struck by debris and killed instantly. The most recent in this series of disastrous gender reveal parties took place in El Dorado Ranch Park in Yucaipa. After a fire ban in June 2020, the group lit a pyrotechnic device on September 5th at 10:23 a.m. intended to release colored smoke in long grass. Under dry conditions, the grass ignited, and despite the party's attempts to fight the fire with water bottles, the flames spread to surrounding areas, resulting in evacuation orders for the communities of Oak Glen, Yucaipa Ridge, Mountain Home Village, and Forest Falls. Currently, the fire has burned more than 22,000 acres. Firefighters are still battling the blaze, and as of October 10, 2020, have managed to contain about 95% of it, with an expected containment date of December 31st. And look, this is just physical damage. There are many studies and articles discussing the issues that placing specific gender role expectations on your child before they're even born may cause. But I think it's better to end this with the words of the same woman who started the trend. In a July 2019 blog post, Carvunidis stated, "Who cares what gender the baby is? I did at the time because we didn't live in 2019 and didn't know what we know now. That assigning focus on gender at birth leaves out so much of their potential and talents that have nothing to do with what's between their legs." Plot twist, the world's first gender reveal party baby is a girl who wears suits. Though, maybe it's more important to heed a more recent quote from her. Specifically, "For the love of God, stop burning things down to tell everyone about your kid's penis. No one cares but you."
I know you thought this day may never come, but I'm done sitting on the sidelines, people. It's time this bird grew some wings and got his show back. You may not even know that I ever had a channel, and that's fine, really. It's fine, because all that matters is here and now. Because I'm back, baby, and this video you're about to watch is gonna change your life forever. So go ahead, click it. Click it and take the first step towards a better future today. Click it.